So I am coming to you today in true projector fashion, laying down on my couch because we are going to be talking about the that's right, three different types of projectors. So let's dive in. So we are going to start off with talking about why there are three different types of projectors. Projectors are basically defined by not having their sacral center defined, which is right here. So this would be white on your chart, but you could have any other combination of these energy centers defined as long as one, again, the sacral center is not defined, and then the other three motor centers, that would be the root, the emotional solar plexus, or the ego, heart, or will center, is not connected in any way, shape, or form to the throat center, because then you would be a manifester. So any other of the combinations of the centers being defined would categorize you into one of the three different types of projectors. So to start off, we're going to start talking about a classic projector. A classic projector is a projector that obviously, again, does not have their sacral defined. So their sacral would be white on the chart, and they don't have any of the other motor centers defined. That would again be the root, the emotional solar plexus, or the ego, heart, or will center. No four of those would be defined on the chart, meaning that all four of those would be white. And then there would be any other sort of combination between any of these other centers that are defined. Being a classic projector, you are very in tune with your environment. You're also very in tune with wanting to get this energy. These energy centers are producers of energy. And because you have definition below the throat center, that's this square center right here, you are looking for ways to get this energy. And so you might want to put yourself around people who have a defined sacral or who have a defined root because you want to gather and gain some energy. But it's also very important as a classic projector to make sure that you give yourself time in your own energy so that you're paying attention to when you are actually having your own energy or you're just borrowing somebody else's energy and you actually are a little bit more burnt out or exhausted than you realize. Because when you get back into your own energy, when you get back into a space where you are not borrowing other people's energy or the energy of the environment around you, that is where your true energy lies. And so, when you are tapping into other people's energy, because there's nothing wrong with that, you want to be able to feel energized, but you also want to have your own way of producing your own energy. And that could be through doing things that you love, that light you up. That could be working out or working on a specific project or diving deep into a fascination of yours. As long as you are hyper aware of your desire to be around somebody who has this energy or one of these four motor energy centers defined, and then coming back to your own energy and being hyper in tune with what is your own energy versus what is energy that you have borrowed. That is super important for you to become a master of your energy and prevent burnout and exhaustion in your own life. So let's move on to an energy projector. So, an energy projector is a projector that, again, still does not have this sacral center defined because no projector has the sacral defined. So, that would be white on the chart. But they do have the root center, the emotional solar plexus center, or the ego, heart, or will, or one or a combination of all three defined on their chart. This is a projector that does produce energy. Is it life force energy like the sacral? No. But they do produce energy in some way, shape, or form. So therefore, they do have a little bit more energy than a normal projector would. This is somebody who has this excess energy that they need to burn off in some way, shape, or form. So, a lot of times when this projector who's being told to rest, relax, and all of these projector things starts feeling very anxious in the mind because the mind is very open or could be open. When they start feeling anxious, this is a sign that there is energy that needs to be burned off. And so, doing some light exercise, doing something that you can put your energy into is going to be very important for you because this will show up as mental anxiety and pressure if you don't release it somehow. You also are very prone to burn out more than any of the other projectors because since you are producing energy and it is your own energy, you can go through that really quickly and not even realize that you have used it all up. A lot of times, these energy projectors don't know when enough is enough because they are feeling this not self of the sacral so strongly because they do have energy. But it's about becoming aware of how this energy shows up for you specifically. And this will depend on what center or which combination of centers you have defined in your chart. And last but not least, we are going to talk about a mental projector. Mental projectors are the rarest type of projector. And to be a mental projector, you have, there we go, no definition below your throat center. So all 6 of these centers down here below this square are white on your chart. But you can have your head and ajna defined, your ajna and throat defined, or all 3 defined. Either way, the ajna is defined, which means that you have a lot of mental energy. You are here to bring ideas into the world. You are here to share your perspective, share your beliefs and opinions, and bring them out into the world and help people, guide people through these perspectives that you have. But this also means that you are very, very prone to taking on a lot of energy from the people and the environments that you are in. So it's very important for you to come back and empty out at the end of each day so that you can practice being in your own energy, coming back to your own sense of self and making sure you're not taking on and holding on to the energy of others. Because what will happen, again, you have a lot of energy going on up here. And when you're feeling overwhelmed from the environment and people around you, you actually are going to feel a lot of anxiety and mental pressure. And it's about coming back to safety in your body and not relying on the safety of logic. And you can learn more about being a mental projector in my mental authority video. This can help you tell the difference between the 2 different types of minds that you have as well, as we all have, but especially as a mental projector. Thank you so much for joining me as we learned all about the 3 different types of projectors. I would love to hear your biggest takeaways. You could drop them in the comments below and any other questions you might have about the 3 different types of projectors. And I will see you next time.